the Unity Band. Good morning, Unity. Please rise as you are able and join us in our opening praise songs. Welcome, ladies. Sing, I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. Sing, I am opening. I am opening.
While you're opening up, open those arms up for hugs if you feel like it. Now is the time in our service where we go forth and greet one another.
Sing, I am opening in sweet surrender to the luminous love light. Sing it all, y'all. Sing it. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. Sing, I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. All right, let me hear you all sing. Sing. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. Sing, I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. So Gratitude is actually a spiritual practice. And so as we sing, we continue with that light. Sing. I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one in the spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust you. I surrender. I surrender. So grateful. I am one in the spirit all around me. I surrender. So grateful. I trust in God. I'm thankful. I'm thankful. So grateful. I am one in the spirit all around me. I'm thankful. So grateful. I trust in God. I surrender. I surrender. So grateful. I am one in the spirit all around me. I surrender. So grateful. I trust in God. I'm thankful. I'm thankful. So grateful. I am one in the spirit all around me. I'm thankful. So grateful. I trust in God. I surrender. I am one in the spirit all around me. I surrender. So grateful. I trust in God. I trust in God. I trust in God. I trust in God. Amen. Amen. Happy Sunday, y'all.
Good morning, Unity. My name is Tony Glover, and I am the choir director here at Unity. It's that time of year again. Time to recruit, recruit, recruit. Hey, we're looking for sopranos, altos, tenors, basses, soloists, non-soloists, background singers. We need you all. Come join us on Monday, September 8th at 7 p.m. in Wallet Hall as we reconvene from our summer vacation. Again, it doesn't matter if you're a beginner, it doesn't matter if you're an intermediate, it doesn't matter if you're a professional. Without you, there is no unity. Looking forward to seeing you on Monday, September 8th at 7 o'clock p.m. in Wallet Hall. Hope to see you there.
Wow, do we have some exciting and fun events coming up in Youth and Family Ministry in the month of September. The first one is September the 12th, where we have our family fun and movie night. We'll have games and activities and food, and then if the kids want to get into their pajamas, they can, and we'll watch the popular Pixar movie, Coco. The second one is on September the 13th, that Saturday. The teens and preteens will be going to Urban Air. Now this is an amusement park that has trampolines, it has obstacle courses, it has rope climbing. Plus, we're getting the Platinum Suite, and we'll have pizza, and we also, with the Platinum Suite, can do the bumper cars and the go-karts. So now, if any adults want to become sponsors and join us, we'll pay for the way, but just let me know about 10 days in advance, because we need to do a background check and application. The next one is our Family Fun Day on September the 21st. The theme is ocean. So we'll have individual crafts, and then we'll have a group craft related to the ocean. Plus, we're going to have a pit meal. So Roderick Robinson, who's overseeing the meal, has a pit master, and they'll create the meal for us. And last is save the date for October the 10th, and that's going to be our parents' night out. So parents can drop their kids off and go out and have fun. So for more information for any of these events, go to Youth and Family Ministry to our website, and we'll have the registration forms there and the information. Thank you.
Good morning, Unity. I'm Cindy Klein. I'm Associate Minister here at Unity, and I'm here with Carolyn Taylor this morning. She's the founder of Alive to Thrive Ministry, and we're here to give you a message this morning. You know, when illness, loss, or trauma shakes our world, it's normal for us to ask, when will I get my old life back? When am I going to be back to myself? And the truth is, you're not going to get your old life back. But what you have the opportunity to do is to create a new life, to make peace with what has happened and to create a new life for yourself. And so one that's filled with love, acceptance, and possibility for what you can create in your own life. And so I'm so happy to be presenting this with Carolyn. And Carolyn, tell us a little bit more, will you, about the workshop?
Okay, thank you. Maybe we don't need more time to make changes in our life. Maybe we just need a little bit more courage and a lot more encouragement. And we'd love to have you explore some new ways, creative ways to change your life, but not just change it, changing it substantially into transformation. That's our goal. And I do have to say, I bet your brain is telling you 1,000 different things right now, why you can't do this, you don't need to do this, it doesn't work for you, it works for everybody else, it's just not going to happen for me. And I just want to let you know that on the other side of the resistance is that life that you've always dreamed of. And that's what we'd like to do. We would like to work with you, we'd like to create new skills and habits, and most of all, we'd love to give you encouragement to grasp that life that you know you so deserve. Please join us on September 6th. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you both so much. I hope you all can join, if that speaks to you, for this powerful workshop. And so we also have an annual tradition coming up. It's the 32nd Annual World Day of Prayer. Now, we honor and acknowledge that here at Unity of Houston, and it is also celebrated by Unity churches all around the world. So I hope you can join us. You can submit your prayer requests by filling out a form out on one of the tables, or we have a digital form for you online. And we also will have a prayer vigil at noon on September 11th in our chapel. It'll be a guided meditation and prayer time, and then we'll have a drop-in period that evening from 6 to 8 in the chapel where you can come and help us hold a prayerful consciousness. So we invite you to that. Today, oh my goodness, you're not going to believe this, but please stay seated. It's the last day of the Sizzling Summer Sale in the bookstore. And as soon as the service is over, it will still be sizzling, I promise you. You can go over there and see what kind of discounts, fellowship with people. It's a great space over there. Donna Leah Fisher and her team just do a wonderful job of welcoming people and making that a fun Unity space. So go join that. Now is the time in our service where we welcome anyone here who is joining us for the first time. Whether you're here in the sanctuary or out in the lobby. You can go out in the lobby after the service if you're here in the sanctuary and get a free gift and just find out a little bit more about how you can get involved here at Unity. And we also have an online form that you can fill out. And just know, wherever you are in your spiritual journey, you are always welcome here at Unity. And so now I'd like to invite the one and only Ken Gale out here to sing us into our time of meditation. Thank you, Gary and Ken, for that beautiful invitation into an opening, into an allowing. So I invite you, if you haven't done so already, to close down your eyes. Perhaps just lower your gaze. And lean into the breath, fully relaxing into the breath. Giving yourself the time and permission for a deep, full inhale. And a beautiful, luxurious exhalation, release. As Ken so beautifully sang, we can feel an opening in our heart space. So I invite you to place your attention on your heart space now. Just gently imagine breathing in and out of that space. As you do, I invite you to call to your consciousness, call to your mind, someone or something that fosters a sense of gratitude within you. Someone that you are just so thankful to have in your life, past, present. Could be a human being, it could be an animal. Maybe it's an experience or a place. What is it that fills you with a sense of appreciation? Notice by welcoming that sense of appreciation, perhaps feel an expansion in your being, a lightness in your being, as you notice and affirm what is good. And I invite you to whatever it is that has engendered the sense of appreciation, of gratitude. What is it? What is the corresponding energy with that? Is it joy? Is it compassion? What is it precisely that you are grateful to this person, place, thing for? And imagine that energy of that very expression, that joy, that compassion, that kindness, that patience, whatever it is that's been called into your experience. Imagine that energy of that infilling your entire being. So that you at once are resting in it and uplifted by it. And imagine, if you can, that sense expanding and growing beyond your own beingness and out into the room and space beyond you. Out into the world. Connecting with all the other gratitudes, with all the other ways we appreciate and are connected with one another as human beings. Now I invite you to bring that attention back into your own heart space and send yourself an energy of appreciation, a thank you. A thank you for being you, all of you. Acknowledge yourself for all the ways that you express the divine in the world, for all the ways in which you seek to come home to this realization that you are only love, that there is only love, and you are it. And anytime as we are drawn out of this consciousness of our oneness with our divinity, of the realization that that is love is all we are, all there is, that we can come back here at any time, back to this space within us that knows that it knows. Just one conscious breath, and we come back home. And so it is. Amen.
Troubles melt like lemon drops, and way above the chimney tops is where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, birds fly. upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me. Where troubles melt like lemon drops, and way above the chimney tops is where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why
Whew. That was amazing. That was amazing. We sure are so lucky to have this music group. Thank you. Blessed. We are very blessed. That entire band. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. You know, I was looking at the lyrics of that song, and the full version begins, when the world appears a hopeless jumble and raindrops tumble all around, heaven opens a magic lane. So it may be easy to think that the world is a hopeless jumble if we start looking at it kind of closely. And sometimes the rain comes when it's welcome, and sometimes it comes when it's not welcome. What I am so grateful for in these unity teaching, this idea that heaven opens a magic lane, that heaven opens a magic lane in me, in you. Because what I learned when I came to unity is heaven isn't a destination that I can get to if I deserve it. If I have to strive for it and try for it, and it's to be held at the end, and I might not even know until I get to the end whether I made it or not. But it's a consciousness that I can inhabit right here, right now. It's a consciousness that I can inhabit when I choose to align my thoughts, to align my being, to align my intellect and will with the divine. So we're going to get into that a little bit more. But I'm so grateful that Ken sang that song. And, you know, Ken and I were talking because I'm going to the Sphere this week to see Wizard of Oz. Clap for me. I get to clap for having a vacation. Yes. I'm so excited about that because I loved Wizard of Oz when I was growing up. You know, I think it was 1939 when the movie came out. I believe that's right. And there's something that has endured about it. There's some kind of theme, something within each of us humans. Now, maybe not all of y'all resonate with it the way I did because I was a little obsessed with it. From about 70 to 91 or 1960 something to 1991. Now, back when it didn't take you longer to choose what you wanted to watch on TV than you actually watched TV, because you only had a few options, it would come on once a year. And for many families, they would get very excited, and it was a tradition to watch this. And so that went on for 30 years, but that ended in 91. And still, there's something within this story that is still resonant in the human psyche, that they are relaunching it with all kinds of stuff. I'm trying not to get the spoilers from it, but I've been looking like this, and I see that there are some light indoor precipitation planned for it, so I'm excited about that. And Ken asked me if I was going to wear my ruby red slippers, and I said, nope, but I'm bringing my broomstick. So I'm extremely excited about this. And when I was obsessed with this a little bit when I was younger, I would go to the library in my elementary school and I would take out the book. The first book, I think it's a series of 14 books. But the first book is what the movie is based on, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. And we had multiple copies in my school library, and they had different covers on them. And I remember one time I went to the librarian, and I had 2 of them to check out. And the librarian said, you know these are the same books, right? You're getting the exact same books. They just have different covers. And I thought, yeah, but what she doesn't know, there might be something different in one of these. I'm going to check it out. This is my active imagination. So what is it about these stories that have some kind of resonance, that continue to meet the moment beyond the culture or the time in which they are created? And we can look at that in our world of entertainment or sports or anything like that, but we can also look at it in spiritual truth. Because spiritual truths, they're timeless and eternal, but that doesn't mean they have to be stagnant. And that our understanding of them needs to be stagnant. And so today we're going to wrap up our abundance series with talking about gratitude. Because gratitude is one of these things that anybody here never felt gratitude? No. Oh, it's unanimous. We've all felt gratitude at some point. Have we all been told to be grateful or to be thankful or to say thank you? I'm seeing some nods here. So we know what gratitude is. And yet, it can be easy to think that this is a polite thing, a kind thing, a thing we should do. But when we look to different faith traditions, and we see that this is a universal idea, this idea of gratitude, it's an invitation into something deeper. We can look to the Buddhists, and Thich Nhat Hanh says to walk on the earth as if your feet were kissing the earth. You get that image? Gratefulness for the very planet that we inhabit, for the very ground, just to be here. The Christian mystic Meister Eckhart says if the only prayer you were ever to say is thank you, it would be enough. No jumping through hoops, no complicated ways of saying things, just thank you. That would be sufficient. The Hindi Swami Shivananda, he said that an attitude of gratitude is the highest form of yoga. Our Sufi friends, Rumi, he said to wear your gratitude like a cloak and it will feed every corner of your life. Can you picture that, being wrapped in gratitude, moving throughout your life, wrapped in gratitude, and it feeding every corner of your life? And Lao Tzu from the Tao tradition, he said that when you realize you lack nothing, the whole world is yours. So this universality in this idea of what gratitude is and how we can express it, it looks different. Those are all different flavors, different nuances, perhaps different motivations for being grateful. In the Jewish tradition, the morning prayer is, I give thanks before you, living and eternal King, for having mercifully restored my soul. Great is thy faithfulness. These all have different flavors and different nuances here, but there's something that's undergirding all of them. For them to be in this many different traditions, for them to come down to us this way, that we still know that there's something in here that living with a grateful heart, acting from an attitude of gratitude, something much more than simply a nice thing to do. Because we've all been told, right, when we were younger, to say thank you, right? When somebody gives you something, you say. When somebody does something nice for you, you say. And when you give somebody something, you expect them to say. Do they always? Maybe not, but you expect them to. And even when you're young, you're taught, well, what if I don't like it? What if somebody gives me something I don't like? You still say thank you, right? And as an adult, maybe sometimes when somebody gives you something you don't necessarily want, whether it's a gift, a piece of advice, just some unsolicited advice, you say, you shouldn't have. And in your mind, you might be thinking, and I wish you wouldn't have. And sometimes it's hard for some of us to receive. Sometimes that's part of the issue. But undergirding all this type of gratitude, there is a deep truth that unity teachings, New Thought teachings in general, and actually Plato was one that said before that, we get some inspiration from the Greek metaphysicians, about an attitude, be grateful is to be great and you will attract great things. Now he's hinting at something here that we see throughout our New Thought teachings. Eric Butterworth has talked about this, and Imelda Shanklin, about this idea of gratitude being a causative energy. And so what I mean by that is that we often think that something happens to us and we are grateful for it. The thing happens first, and now we can be grateful. And it's a beautiful thing. That's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing to look at the blessings in your life and to notice and appreciate them. Because in unity, we know that what we notice and appreciate expands. But underneath this truth is even a deeper truth, that an attitude of gratitude is actually causes more good to flow into your life. And we're going to explore how that works, because it's a chicken and an egg scenario sometimes. And if we can get to the realization that we begin with gratitude, then all things come flowing to us, rather than we wait for something we like to show up and then we can be grateful. So Thomas Merton, he talks about this idea when we want to develop a faculty, and I believe that the practice of gratitude falls into this category, to develop this faculty of living a life of gratitude in gratitude, is that he says we must know the truth, and then we must love the truth we know, and then we must act with the measure according to how much we love that truth. Okay, so to know the truth. Well, what is the truth? What is the truth? Michael Singer talks about all these concepts. So when I was talking about these ideas of different faith traditions and their realizations of what gratitude is, or their aphorisms around gratitude, there's different flavors because all of them have been touched by humans. And they've been touched by humans that have their own ideas based on the culture, time, all that these things were taking place, that these sayings came out of. But underneath that, even though, is a realization that we individually have a direct connection with the divine. So we can hear these truths, we can hear these ideas, these encouragements, these invitations, and check inside ourselves and see. And that's one of the things I love about unity. When I came here, I was amazed by these teachings. I had never heard anything quite like them. About God is good, everywhere present. It's only one power and one presence. And that presence is in me, so I must also be good. That was new to me. And yet I needed to test that out for myself. And that's what unity invites you to do, is to not just hold these ideas as if they're pretty, you can cross-stitch them or whatever you want to do, write them down. No, test them in your own life. See what happens when you live your life from this knowing. And so that's what we can do with this idea of what is the truth here with gratitude. So we start with the premise that we have a direct connection with the divine. And I believe if you're at least open to that knowing, then that's where we're the best place to start. Some of you may say, yeah, I got it, I already know. And some of you might say, am I? Do I have it? Sometimes I have it. I think I felt it once, but I might have been imagining something. But if you can even start with that premise, to know that truth and to love it. So what a truth needs to blossom, what anything needs to blossom and grow in our lives, is love and attention. So if we believe or we know this truth, or even if we hope we know it, even if a part of us knows it, it requires love and attention. Because guess what the mind likes to do? It likes to offer everything that's evidence against that truth. And so when it comes to gratitude, we can fall into several different traps. Several different traps that may keep us from experiencing the good that is already here in our lives. And the number one gratitude trap, I think, that keeps us from experiencing the fullness of the good in our lives is something you've probably heard of and maybe even done before, and that's comparison. Anybody ever compared themselves to somebody else? Oh, it's not just me. Have you ever compared yourself to someone else and it made you feel really bad about yourself because you put them on a pedestal? Why can't I do that? Have you ever even compared yourself to someone else and felt like you were maybe doing a little better than them, but that doesn't feel that great either? Because that is all of the mind, the mechanism that wants to keep you separate, wants to keep you thinking you got to hustle for your survival, that the only way to keep you motivated is to keep you comparing yourself to others, keep you striving and never arriving. The Course in Miracles says the ego's job is to seek and never find. So if you can't find it by comparing yourself and coming on top, then you try to find it comparing yourself and coming on bottom. That's what the ego will do. And it's never quite enough for it. So that's one of the traps that we can fall in when it comes to our gratitude. Another one, and I definitely have fallen into this trap as well, is this idea, well, I'll be grateful, and I hate to say it because I don't say it this way, but this is how it shows up, as long as I get my own way. As long as things are looking like I want them to look. A family member of mine several years ago was in a new relationship, and they had gotten in their first kind of argument, and she was telling me about it, and she said that the man said to her, you know, I'm starting to think you're the kind of person that it's my way or the highway. And she was like, yeah, you're right. Good, we finally are on the same page. So sometimes that's our relationship with life. I want it my way or get out of the way. And as long as I'm getting my way, then I can feel at peace. Then I can feel content. Then I can feel inspired, creative, whatever it is. And yet, in case you hadn't noticed, the whole world may be conspiring for your good. The universe may be conspiring for your good at a meta level, but on this finite realm, it's not as if every person on the Houston freeway is conspiring for your good every moment. It's not as if everything that's going on in the world is to make you happy, right? Have you noticed? So then where comes our gratitude? If we're in this, when this happens, then I can. And so Eric Butterworth talks about this idea. He's one of Unity's foundational teachers, and I love him. He says that one of our greatest assets, or actually I think he says it is our most important asset, is the realization that we have conscious control of our own lives. And I'm going to say that again, that we have conscious control of our own lives. We can't control everything that's happening out here, but we can control how we respond to it, and we can even control before the things happen out here, what are we meeting life with? Are we meeting life expecting it to meet our demands? Or are we meeting life, as Ken so beautifully sang that meditation song, with open and allowing? And we've been burned by life before. Anybody here not been burned by life before? Anybody here never been disappointed? No? Okay. Just checking, because that would be amazing, right? And what requires us to love this truth we know is to have courage, to have commitment, to have determination. And actually, we have to be willing to keep coming back to this, to bring ourselves back to this. It's not a one and done deal. I'm going to love life. I'm going to love the truth I know. Because we'll be met with challenges. And instead of seeing those as problems, that's what I want to encourage us to do. When you do find yourself comparing yourself to somebody else, because no matter how many comparison times we should all say, you shouldn't compare yourself to others. Have you ever said that to a friend? You shouldn't compare yourself to them. Do you stop comparing yourself? It's like when your kid comes up to you and you're like, it hurts when I do this. And you're like, well, stop doing that then. But they don't. So what we need to do is recognize when we're doing it, not beat ourselves up, know that this is a human quality condition, whatever it is, and then we can drop it as soon as we can. I see it. There I go again. Look at that funny little me, thinking that this is how I put myself, rank myself, is against other people. So we can let that go. And we can also let go of this other thing that might stand in front of our gratitude is other people's judgments about who we are and what we have. I remember I was so happy when I was pregnant with my second child, and I was in the store one day, and a woman came up to me saying, whoo, you're about to pop, aren't you? And I was like, no, I still got a ways to go, so thank you very much, lady. And then the second thing, is this your first or your second child? This is my second child. Oh, I hope you never want to sleep again. No, I like to sleep. Oh, I hope you know your first child. How old are they? He's 6. Oh, that is not good. Why did you wait so long? That is not a good age. He is not. On and on. I'm like, well, thank you. This is very helpful advice. How much I can undo here. So this is something that sometimes other people, there's that phrase, steal your joy. They're going to try to steal it. They're not intentionally trying to, but because they've had some experience, or they maybe on some level think they're being helpful. I don't know how that one could be that way. But they want to share things with you. And then all of a sudden, you're perfectly content in your life, perfectly happy, feeling blessed, feeling abundant, until someone else comes along and tells you, well, you know, you could have done it a little better than that. If it had been me, I would have done this and that. Oh, you didn't book with that company, did you? Oh, you're not going to that part of this place, are you? You're not staying in that hotel. Like all the things. So we need to kind of gird ourselves against that and let ourselves know. We have a direct knowing of what feels right for us. We don't have to let anybody else's experiences, past experiences that haven't gone so well, dictate how we experience our own life. But that is to love the truth, to come back to the truth that within us, that we are connected with and sourced by the all-sufficiency, the allness. I love Eric Butterworth says the allness of the universe. This is the divine allness that is within each one of us. Not contingent upon how we grew up, how we were educated, any of that stuff. It is here. It is available right here, right now, no matter how many detours that we've taken. So we know the truth. And like I said, just wanting to know it or kind of knowing it, that's okay. That's okay if you commit to it and come back. Say, just for this time, because what else you got to lose? What's the worst that can happen if you commit to knowing that you are endowed with the all-sufficiency of the universe and you live your life from a place of abundance? What do you got to lose? I wish I hadn't wasted my time thinking that. Who would ever say that? So commit to it. Even when it doesn't look like it out here, come back to it. And so then we also want to act with the measure with which we love the truth. So how do we act in this way? From this place of knowing that gratitude is causative. So Eckhart Tolle talks about the idea, and this is a hard one. It's hard for me. Y'all might be like, no, it's not hard. But this idea that how we perceive other people treating us is directly connected into what we believe we are. So if we believe that we are lacking in some way, in some area of our life, then we see that in the way people treat us. So we think people are maybe treating us that because they sense that we are that. No, it's we believe that about ourselves. There's some place down in there. Even if you've done a lot of work, you've come home to these spiritual truths, counseling, all these things, we still all have more healing work to do while we're here. Because all these problems that we're talking about, all these kind of impediments or traps, they're all relatively important and they're relatively powerful. They're not powerful in the line when you compare them to the absolute truth of your being. But we can use them when they disrupt us, when they make us sad, envious, whatever it is. We can use that instead of seeing that as a problem to overcome or to repress or suppress. We can use it as our own evolutionary driver. Here is a place where some part of me still believes that I need this person's approval. Here is a place where some small part of me believes I still need to achieve this before I will consider myself a success. Whatever it is for you, when that comes up, oh, yay. Here's a place where I still believe that. Can I let that go? Can I let that go? If I want to love the truth that I know, can I let it go? Just a gentle invitation to yourself. Nothing to beat yourself up for. So in this idea that we perceive that other people are treating us a certain way because there's some place in us that still believes that there is a lack, well, guess what the answer is? Not the answer, it's an answer. But Eckhart Tolle also says that the foundation for all abundance is to realize that the good that you already have, to realize the good that you already are, not the content of your lives. It's wonderful. We already talked about being grateful for the things in our lives, for the people in our lives, but being grateful the fact that you are just alive, the fact that you are good, your own goodness, to revel in that, to celebrate that. And if you can live from that place, any appreciation out here and love, that's an add-on. It's beautiful. It's frosting on the cake, but you're not addicted to it or driven by it. Instead, you are coming to the world not as a needy me, somebody filled this lack feeling I have inside me. You're coming to the world already full. And when you come to the world already full, and this is what doesn't seem like that it's fair, that to those who have, more will be given. Because when you come to the world full, you are giving, you are engaging in a reciprocity here. And I'll tell you a little bit about what that can look like. And Eckhart invites us into this, he's one of my favorites, if you can't tell, into this experiment. So if you kind of look at your life and think what it is that you think the world is withholding from you in general, and it'd just be little. But if you feel like if I feel like the world, I need to be appreciated more. I need to be understood more. I need people to have more patience with me. Whatever it is, he says experiment with this for a couple of weeks to give that to the world. Start giving. If what you're lacking is appreciation, how can you show appreciation to someone else? If what you're lacking is some kind of, you don't feel that people are kind, how can you give kindness? And again, give kindness from the place that not as this me and I'm hoping somebody's going to be kind back to me. No, you got to get in alignment that you're full, that you're giving from that place of abundance, and then experiment with that. And as you do, once you give something away, now you know you got it. Because how can you give away kindness if you don't have it inside you? How can you give away love if you don't have it inside you? So if you're giving it, you must already have it. And that is the foundation for all abundance. Is to know that it is already here now. So Jesus talks about this idea of give, and it will be given to you. Good measure, shaken up, pressed down, poured into your lap. For as you give, so shall you receive. And I know sometimes when we're feeling depleted, or sometimes we're in a challenging situation ourselves, it can be hard to say, well, what do I have to give? We all have something to give. And I can promise you, even just smiling at someone costs you nothing. But even as you smile at someone, even just a slight exchange of energy opens you up to the flow of life. In order to have some inflow, you got to have some outflow. Okay? And so we all have that available to us. So when we're talking about infinite supply and the allness of things, there is something I do want to throw some scarcity around. Why not? We don't get to talk about scarcity much from a unity stage, so I'm going to do it. But there's one thing that we all have in limited supply, and that is time. I don't mean today, how much time we have today. I mean how much time we get to spend in these bodies, on this planet, with people that we love, in this particular incarnation. And so, when shall we begin this work of living a life of abundance? We want to put it off. I was reading this book called Happy Money. It's a pretty cool book, but they do all these experiments in there with people with giving them money and telling them to give it away and see how much happiness that generates, watching people how they spend their money. And one of the things that they did is they took a poll. They had a gift card to a pastry shop. And they polled the people, would you rather have a gift card that expires in 3 months or 3 weeks? And everybody unanimously said 3 months. 3 months. I went the 3 months one. But then they split it up. And they gave half the people the 3 weeks and half the people the 3 months. The people that only had 3 weeks were 5 times as likely to spend it than the people that had 3 months. They thought they had all the time in the world. 3 months? I'll use that thing whenever I feel like it. I've only got 3 weeks to eat a good pastry. I'm going to do it right now. So think about that in terms of our lives. If you know, none of us know our last day, so why not start today with this experiment of living from the goodness that you are? Why spend one more moment wasted in comparing ourselves to other people or waiting for something good to happen before we can feel content or joyful? So I invite us all into this experiment. I'm going to experiment with it. And I'd like to close today with a quote from Maya Angelou. It's just a simple quote. She says so many profound, amazing, beautiful things that I would never be able to articulate up here because she just had this presence about her. But one thing she said that's just so sweet and simple but profound is, "This is a wonderful day. I have never seen this one before." So every day that you get to wake up with that feeling, this is a wonderful day. I've never seen this one before. I don't know what the content of it is going to be like. I don't know what's going to happen to me today. I've got some plans. They may work out, they may not. But I can be in this attitude of love, this attitude of I'm in alignment with the one life. And that's how I'm going to meet life, with love. And when you meet life with love and openness, life will return to you 1,000-fold. And so now I'd like us to settle in for just some prayer. Just a moment. One moment is all it takes. One moment to align our being with the absolute truth that there is one presence, one power in this world, in our lives, and that it is the all-sufficiency of the divine. And that same divinity that made trees and grass and dogs and zebras and every creature on the earth, it is expressing itself in, through, and as you too. And so with all of this goodness, how can we hold ourselves outside of it? So any part of ourselves, I just invite you to, if there's any part of yourself that you're holding outside of that goodness, waiting on something to happen before you can accept yourself, celebrate yourself, love yourself, bring it on home right now. Bring it on home in the light of the truth of God. It is all here. You're perfect. You're whole. You are complete. And so with gratitude for this knowing, for all of humanity, may we continue to come back to this place of being grateful for our existence, grateful for our planet, grateful for one another, and extend love to one another. I say thank you, God, and so it is. Amen. Thank you all so much for being here today. I am grateful for you. I was grateful for you before you came here today. So see, I was doing it. I just love you very much, and good to see you. Thank you.
I'm grateful for this spiritual home and the activities that happen on campus. I just love walking around on Sunday morning, and there's Course in Miracles meeting and Sunday Connections and Metaphysical Bible, and just this is a place where we can come home and feel loved and accepted. So thank you for your participation, and now is the time that we give back to this ministry so that we just can continue revealing this light and bringing this forth in the world. So as you hold your gifts in your heart, in your hands, let us bless our offering together with this prayer. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all the good I am and have, all the good I give and receive, and so it is.
When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing. I wish I was home, I wish I was back there with the things I've been knowing. A wind that makes the tall grass bend into leaning. Suddenly the raindrops that fall have a meaning. Sprinkling the sea makes it all clean. Maybe there's a chance for me to go back now that I some direction. It sure would be nice to be back at home where there's love and affection. And just maybe I can convince time to slow up, giving me enough time in my life to grow up. Time be my friend, let me start again. Suddenly my world's gone and changed its face, but I still know where I'm going. I have had my mind spun around in space, and yet I've watched it growing. If you're listening, God, please don't make it hard to know if we should believe the things that we see. Tell us, should we run away? Should we try to stay? Or would it be better just to let things be? Living here in this brand new world might be a fantasy, but it taught me to love. So now it's real to me, and I've learned we must look inside our hearts to find a world full of love, like yours, like mine, like
It's so delightful working with Kenneth Gale. Just what a bright light in this world. And fun. Fun, funny, nice, talented. In the drive-thru today after the service, our Animal Kinship Ministry is accepting pet food donations and supplies. If you need pet food, also stop by and they can give you some. Midweek at Unity, Wednesday in the Pyramid at 7 p.m., we have Brother Tanette and Mystic Village, so join us for Sound Healing Journey. We are excited to be bringing back Marion Williamson. She has been here a number of times, and we're just happy to welcome her back again on September 26th. Tickets are available. Go to the website. Also, we want everyone who's interested to be able to attend, so some scholarships are available. Just call the Unity office, and we'll get you that form. We do have her books are available in the bookstore, so be sure to visit after the service for the sizzling summer sale, and you can pick up some books. And all of our information is at unityhouston.org. Just scroll down through the webpage. And prayer partners will be down front to pray with you after the service. And now please rise in body or in spirit and join us for our peace song.
That was meant to be, with
our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. And today we proclaim God is good